Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ty, and I'm back again to do a basically a kind of a news video. Basically, this is on Don Lemon or Lemon. He is interesting what he did. To he went into a church with protesters against ICE, and it was crazy what happened. If you guys haven't heard of what happened, basically he went into a church with protesters against ICE because a minister in that church he's they said that he was aiding with ICE to get some migrants out, to ship some migrants out. So these protesters, they went inside of church when they're having service, and it was ridiculous. It was terrible. It was terrible. I never seen anything like this in my life, and hopefully I'll never see this again. I'll show you a video right now to see. Let me know what you think.
So right now it's kind of mayhem in here. And there are some folks here who are praying. Some of the members are chronicling. It's a surprise effort, obviously, and the folks here are not happy about it. And so they're trying to figure out what to do about it.
This is crazy.
That's the lead pastor over there with the thing, and I don't know if he's the one that works for us. We don't know. That's what they're.
So to the left over here is a pastor, is a young pastor, and the rest of the church people, and to the right are the protesters, and the church people are telling them, can you please leave? We're trying to have service, and they're saying Renee good. It's crazy.
So we're here just chronicling and reporting. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them.
These are the church people are praying against them. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. And this gentleman here, he's part of the church. He's trying to get them to leave.
This is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest. I'm sure people here don't like it, but protests are not
protesting in church, in a service, a Sunday service.
He's frightened, he's scared, he's crying. People are leaving church.
It's just crazy. I never see anything like this in my life. Never in my life. This is ridiculous. Really ridiculous.
The guy standing up now saying, get out. Screaming. They're trying to calm him down.
Wow.
So, I don't know if this is what they deem as successful or not. But anyways, I'm not going to get in the middle of it because I'm not here as an activist. I'm here as a journalist.
He's an activist. He's a quiet activist. That's what he is. He's a very quiet activist while he films everything and telling the people this is what protest is. Why are you telling people this is what protest is if you're not an activist? You should be neutral.
So far, no one has been hurt. People are just really angry and upset. Members of the church are trying to get them to calm down. But this is the beginning of what's going to happen here. When you violate people's due process,
see what I'm saying?
People off the street, you start dragging them and hurting them and not abiding by the Constitution, and you start doing all of that, people get upset and angry. And if you remember what the Civil Rights Movement was about, the Civil Rights Movement was about these very kinds of protests. For some reason, in our modern era, people think that in order to have protests, you got to be, cordoned off to a certain area, and what time you can protest. There's nothing in the Constitution that tells you what time you can protest. You can protest at any time. That's the whole point of it. It's to disrupt. It's to make uncomfortable. And that's what they're doing. And that's what I believe when I say it.
So, guys, he's saying what he believes. He said what he believes, Don Lemon. He's saying basically disrupt and make people uncomfortable. How in the world you're neutral? You're not neutral if you're saying these things. You're not being a reporter. You're being a protester, being quiet and saying what your thoughts are on it. Your side basically, not even your thoughts, your side on it. It's just Don Lemon is interesting. He's just
Everyone has to be willing to sacrifice something. You have to make people uncomfortable in these times. If you see how uncomfortable people, uncomfortably, and how harsh people are being treated on the streets, you have to be willing to go into places and disrupt and make people uncomfortable. That is what this country is about.
Yes, City Church. Yes.
okay. So this woman right here, she is the leader of this pack. She got all these people together, and she's a minister, guys. She is a minister, and she go into another church, and disrupting that church. They're having their Sunday meeting, their Sunday service, and she's a minister herself, and she's disrupting them. And here's her thoughts right now.
And that's why we're here, demanding justice for Renee Good and letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty God for righteousness, truth, and justice.
So I believe that she's first a lawyer and a protester and a minister last, because no minister that respectful minister of God will go into a service like this and just disrupt it, and it's anarchy in that service. This is it's ridiculous. And now this is the minister, the main minister of the church, talking right now.
Obviously have not left. So.
What do you think of this?
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship. So,
But there were folks who will
that's what, I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution, the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
We're here to worship Jesus.
He's the one that's jumping on
That's
him.
why we're here. Okay? That's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Do you think Jesus would be understanding and
We're about
love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus. And
Did you try to talk to them?
that's a
Christian.
no one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have
They're
to
not
take
willing
care
to
of my
talk.
church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to.
Unless you're here to worship. Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, that's it. But there's a time and place, and it's not Sunday morning service disrupting the whole service. There should be after service, maybe, or maybe before. One or two people come talk to the minister, not a whole group of people come inside the church and disrupt it. This is not on the side of the street. This is a church of God. It's just so disrespectful. It's just every video that I'm seeing is that these people are so disrespectful, and they throw themselves into protesters. They throw themselves into like harm's way, and they just make a mockery of things. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, just give me a comment and subscribe also. So for future videos. Okay, guys.